lie can destroy a lifetime of trust. My best friend learned that the hard way. He lied about everything. One day he got caught. Everyone left him. He asked me, "Why does no one believe me?" I said, "Because you've never given them a reason to." Years later, I saw him again. Honest, respected, changed. I asked why. He said, "I lost everything because of lies. I didn't want to lose myself too." Honesty builds trust. Lies destroy it. Tag someone who needs to hear this. My father is a hero. At the park, my friends bragged about their dads. "My dad is a policeman," one said. "He risks his life to protect others." "My dad is a doctor," another added. "He saves lives every day." They turned to me. I hesitated, then said, "I don't remember my dad, but he's my hero." They laughed until I continued, voice trembling. "When I was a baby, I ran into the road. A bus was about to hit me, but my dad pushed me aside. He saved me, but couldn't save himself." Silence. No more laughter. Tears filled my eyes as I whispered, "My father is the greatest hero that ever existed." Lesson. True heroes don't wear capes. They sacrifice for love. If you love your father, like, share, and subscribe. I never understood why my mother was always angry, until one day I became just like her. When I was a child, my mother was always angry. Every little thing set her off. Broken dishes, spilled milk, a misplaced toy. I was terrified of her, always walking on eggshells. As I grew up, I swore I would never be like her. Years passed, and I had a family of my own. One day, my son dropped his juice on the floor. Before I knew it, I yelled at him. He ran to his room in tears. I sat down, stunned. I had become just like my mother. That night, I decided the cycle stops with me. I started learning patience. I apologized to my son and showed him love instead of fear. A few years later, he came to me and said, "Mom, I love how calm you always are. You never get mad like other parents." I smiled. Because I chose to change. We don't have to repeat the past. We can be better. If you agree, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Have you ever met someone who's always broke, no matter how much they earn? I have. And it changed my view on money forever. My neighbor always ran out of money before payday. He borrowed, took loans, and complained being poor. I asked, "Why don't you save?" He laughed, "I don't earn enough." Yet he partied every weekend, bought latest phone, and never cooked. Years later, he was still struggling. He asked, "Why am I always broke?" I told him, "It's not just about how much you earn, it's how you use it." Meanwhile, another friend who earned less had bought a house. I asked him how. He smiled. "It's not about income. It's about discipline. It's not what you make. It's how you manage it." Share this if you believe in smart money habits. I thought he was just lazy, until I found out the heartbreaking truth. A boy in my class always slept during lessons. I scolded him, made him stand, even sent him to detention. One day, I yelled, "Call your parents!" But he just looked down. That evening, I saw him working at a food stall, exhausted. I watched as he handed his earnings to an old woman in a wheelchair. I walked up. "Why didn't you tell me?" He whispered, "I take care of my grandmother. I work all night." I felt ashamed. I had judged him without knowing his struggles. Lesson: before you judge someone, learn their story. You never know what they're going through. Like, share, and subscribe if you believe in kindness. I was ready to give up until I heard a story that changed my life forever. A man sat alone, tired of struggling. He whispered, "God, why am I still waiting for my breakthrough?" God replied, "Do you see the sunflower and the oak tree? I planted them at the same time." The sunflower sprouted in weeks, blooming beautifully, but the oak seed remained hidden, buried beneath the soil. The years passed, yet the oak showed nothing, but I never gave up on it. Then, in its time, the oak broke through, growing strong, standing tall, unshaken by storms. God smiled and said, "Your roots are growing. Trust the process. Your time will come." Lesson: the strongest growth happens beneath the surface, before the breakthrough. If this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe. Your time is coming.